With young players and heavy draft investments, OKC built an NBA championship roster. But how did a team that was labeled as rebuilding for years suddenly become NBA champions? This is a story of strategy, patience, and redemption. It's no exaggeration to say the Oklahoma City Thunder spent years preparing for their first NBA title. With a roster built on low-profile draft picks and smart trades, OKC assembled a team that posted the best record of the 2024-2025 season. With an average age of 25.6, the Thunder leaned on unlikely heroes and under-the-radar names to secure the championship. And the most impressive part, none of this was by chance. Here's how this roster was built. The arrival of Shai Gilgeous was, without a doubt, the cornerstone of this championship team. In a flawless season, the young star was named League MVP, Finals MVP, and Western Conference Finals MVP. But what most people forget is that Shai was just a trade piece back in 2019. The now best player in the league was part of the compensation from the Clippers in exchange for Paul George, who left OKC for LA. The Thunder decided to build around their young gem and began renewing the roster. If you're enjoying this masterclass in roster building, go ahead and hit that like button and drop a comment, Shai MVP, to support content like this. And if you believe this title is just the beginning for OKC, stay until the end. There's a twist coming. Heavy draft investment. Out of the 14 players who suited up for OKC this season, 8 were drafted by the franchise. Among them, Yolan Williams stood out, delivering brilliant performances in the finals. He averaged 23.5 points per game in the championship series, and even dropped 40 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in Game 5. This is where the silent magic of Sam Presti begins, the invisible architect behind a dynasty in the making. Chet Holmgren, Carson Wallace, Jalen Williams, Aaron Wiggins, O.J. Mitchell, Ousmane Dieng, and Nikola Topic were all drafted by the Thunder over the past 4 years. Imagine winning a title with players nobody bet on in the beginning. This proves that development beats hype every time. Targeting the right free agents, OKC also knew how to capitalize on free agents to round out the roster. Isaiah Hartenstein joined mid-2024. Canadian guard Luguentz Dort, undrafted in 2019, was signed shortly after. Dort became a crucial weapon from beyond the arc this season. In Game 3 of the finals, he was nearly perfect from deep, scoring 12 points. Never underestimate an undrafted player. On the right team, even the most overlooked piece can become game-changing. Smart trades that changed everything. One of the most impactful additions was Alex Caruso, acquired in a trade with the Chicago Bulls, already a champion with the Lakers. In 2020, Caruso joined OKC in 2024. The shooting guard made a massive defensive impact this season, averaging 2.9 rebounds, 0.6 blocks, and 1.6 steals per game. Kenrich Williams, also on the Thunder roster, came via a multi-team trade. This part of the story shows how OKC perfectly blended youth, experience, and defense. And in the end, defense won the championship, with a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander double-double. The franchise wins its first title 17 years after moving from Seattle to OKC. After a 17-year wait, the Oklahoma City Thunder finally claimed their long-awaited NBA title with the Paycom Center painted in blue and roaring OKC. The franchise overcame a relentless Indiana Pacers squad that pushed the series all the way to Game 7. And if you thought the Thunder were just up and coming, it's time to face reality. They are NBA champions. 2024-25 MVP Shai Gilgeous led the charge alongside Yolan Williams and Chet Holmgren, defeating Indiana 103-91. In the decisive game, the final was defined by the brilliance of Shai Gilgeous, who led all scorers with 29 points, 12 assists, and 5 rebounds. On the Pacers side, who also had an almost flawless run to Game 7, the ending was bittersweet. They lost their superstar Tyrese Halliburton in the first quarter to a ruptured Achilles tendon. He left the court in tears. The 2024-25 season was the best in franchise history since moving from Seattle and rebranding from the Supersonics, who won their only title in 1979. Led by MVP Shai, the Thunder finished the season with 68 wins and only 14 losses. Before this, OKC had reached the NBA Finals in 2012 with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden, only to lose 4-1 to LeBron James' Miami Heat. The difference between 2012 and 2025. Now, the Thunder have maturity, bench depth, defense, and a true leader. Indiana opened the scoring with Andrew Nembhard, but Shai quickly responded. Pascal Siakam hit the game's first three-pointer, but Chet Holmgren took the lead right back. Then came Halliburton cold-blooded on the road, drilling 2 straight threes and putting Indiana ahead 11-6. Oklahoma called timeout. Returning with energy, Alex Caruso hit back with 2 huge threes to give OKC the lead once again. If this game had a soundtrack, it would be straight out of a movie. Every possession felt like a season finale. During a fast break, Pacers star Tyrese Halliburton went down and suffered a serious injury. The player cried on the court, still lying on the floor, and had to be helped off by his teammates. The image of Halliburton leaving the court injured is one of those moments that will forever be etched in NBA history and made this finals even more dramatic. After years of stockpiling draft picks, betting on player development, and making smart decisions, the Oklahoma City Thunder finally made it a team built with patience, with courage, and with a vision for the future. If you believe this is just the first chapter of a brand new dynasty, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and comment, OKC is the future. And get your popcorn ready, because in the next video, we'll reveal the behind the scenes of how this team was built and why they've only just scratched the surface.